and welcome back to It Depends, I Guess podcast. I'm Jackie.
And I'm Caroline.
And at the back we have...
DJ.
Woo!
Yay. Another week, another episode.
Yes.
Yes.
In season 2, episode 11.
Yeah, I cannot keep up.
Yeah.
Yes. Before we begin, please share, subscribe, like, what are the other things? Give us a review on Spotify, preferably a 5-star review.
Yes. 5-star reviews will help our podcasts get shared more within the Spotify app and other places. So we do love when you give us a 5-star.
Yes.
Yes.
And give feedback. You know, we are still out here learning as we go.
Yes.
So yes, also give us feedback as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we love the comments. I've been actually looking at comments on Spotify and on YouTube. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. I've pinned some of them. I've liked some of them. Keep on commenting, liking, and sharing.
Yes, and follow us on our socials too. Mm-hmm. All right. So the first things first. Your ahas, it depends of the week. Yes.
I know DJ will love this one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jump into my American accent.
Yes, you should.
They tried to kill our president again. They tried to kill the Donald. They didn't succeed.
They didn't succeed.
Yeah.
I do feel like everybody who wakes up and has a gun in that country is just aiming at him.
I don't know why.
Is it?
I have no idea why.
Disclaimer, we do not have we support Trump. Just disclaimer.
I don't know why. We've got listeners that do, so we want to cater to both
To
crowds.
everyone. No, we are not even Americans. We can't even vote.
Yeah,
so.
no. But showing support is Americans outside of America can vote as well. So I've got American friends here that are voting.
Oh,
and they're not even there.
Yeah. Do you know who are they leaning towards?
They just don't say it to me because they know where I stand. So I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Where do you stand?
Yeah? No, that's between me and the ballot box.
Okay, all right. Oh,
your vote is your secret.
Oh my God.
Do not share.
None of us are Americans.
None of us are Americans, actually. If I was to be asked,
This is just commentary.
if I was to be asked, Kamala.
Yeah,
Yes,
come on.
you go, girl. Yes.
The free world deserves a female president.
Yes. Would love to see that.
And a female who represents the diversity that is America.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. But it's. I do feel like these are theatrics when you look at the US, and when you wake up every morning, there's something new, especially as they head towards the elections. Ooh, Springfield! They've been eating dogs and cats, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
I was told they shouldn't disrespect Haitians because I'm told these people have strong powers. So if you say it's the wrong thing, they have strong powers there. So gotta put some respect on Haitians.
Yeah. Is that what he was trying to insinuate? Like
He was
when he
insinuating, not that they were using the dogs for voodoo, but they were actually.
He was saying the immigrants are the ones who are coming
cutting up the dogs and eating pets.
Yeah. I did see a take from somebody on social media who lives in Springfield and how some of these allegations have affected them.
Someone was going to come out of the woodwork once it was going to happen.
But some of these things, even the mayor, I saw the mayor being interviewed on CNN. They're just allegations, as they say, but also there are people who are coming from outside into their, for example, like community forums, and actually now bombarding community forums with, things that don't matter. So it sort of disrupted the area. Somebody was giving like, I am a resident here. I cannot get actual information from residents because everybody from outside has decided I have a say about your, So it is.
Your
it
dog
is
and cat issue.
Yes.
What I have learned is American politics and Kenyan politics is the same thing. It's the same shit. How is it that people are seriously discussing cats and dogs getting eaten by what?
And the sad part about it is that
theatrics.
Theatrics is what will get you votes, unfortunately. This is the stage where the politics as you knew it before is gone.
Yeah.
You can forget about that. Where I come and say my policies, what I want to do for the people. I want to bring up the middle class and all that. Nobody cares about all that.
I know the country that talks about
Do you have merch?
democracy
Is what we need.
are the ones who are going through this. We are the same WhatsApp group.
Actually, that's
Welcome.
absolutely 100%.
Do you have
Y'all
merch?
cannot
It's
say
the
shit.
theatrics.
MAGA hats.
Yeah.
What you got on that side? You don't go have
That's what I'm
MAGA
saying.
hats.
They cannot say shit about African politics anymore.
Yeah.
Any African country where the politics, how will we laugh at the beninging? We're all the same now.
Yeah.
Watch, they're going to be delivering rice to the parts of Texas just to get votes.
Oh
Bags
my
of
God, to buy voter,
bags-
to buy
bags of
oh,
rice.
my Lord.
and T-shirts.
And t-shirts.
And t-shirts, yes.
And then you don't see them for another 5 years.
Another 5 years. Then they come knocking. I bought those T-shirts. You remember last year?
Yeah.
Last 4 years ago.
Welcome.
Yeah. It's
cool,
interesting to watch, but I feel sad for the people who are in the middle of it. The
Yeah.
Americans who probably just want a decent
They
country.
just want, they're like, what happened to decency?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
If anything, it's entertaining.
Yes, it
but
is.
that's the thing. The democracy is now theatrics to us.
Yes,
you know,
it
so it's all good.
Apparently, there was a request for a second, what do you call it?
Debate.
Debate, yeah.
And
I don't
he's-
know if
he's
it's
not
going to
doing it.
happen.
No, he said he's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he tracked back and said,
The Donald said no. He doesn't need to. He won the first one and second one anyway. You know,
Oh my Lord.
the Donald.
yeah. Anyway,
Uh,
as it is.
how was that?
That was a shed.
Shared,
Okay.
it was a shared.
Let me give you my aha, which is I don't know if I should even say I have two.
Yeah.
Oh no, should I say the first one? Okay, Lord, this might be it depends after dark. So did you know? Mm-hmm. I found out.
Is this another one like the one we had last week? Was it 2 weeks ago?
Which one?
About the defecating and putting your backside to the sun.
Oh, it's not that. That was not defecating. That is
No.
just
Sorry, I don't know where that word came from.
is-
That just came from that. Sorry, I had a minor
That
stroke there.
is sunning your butthole.
Sunning your yeah.
Close.
was
It's
something.
close to that.
Yeah.
Should we put that we have explicit content in this
think
This is
so.
podcast?
an over 18 podcast.
Okay.
So did you? I found out. I was reading an article about someone talking about how their IUD came out. So IUD is a form of contraceptive. There's hormonal. There's non-hormonal. That's like a small thing that's put inside your cervix, right? Female cervix. And she was talking about how it came out. And I was like, oh, let me read about this, because sometimes you hear horror stories of how it just fell out or whatever. No. So it turns out there is a thing, like it's like maybe like a Q-tip for cleaning your ears. There's something like that for if you're having unprotected sex and the dude comes inside you. According to physics, what goes up must come down, right? So the semen usually runs out at some point.
Yeah.
So there's a Q-tip that you can use to absorb it post-sex. Did you know that?
Nope.
I did not know that. I saw it in an article. I was like, there's a what?
As in something you can go on Amazon and buy.
Yes.
What?
Yes. Did you see?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
You
that's
learned
me
something
screaming.
new.
Okay. I
But
didn't know
so
that
this
was a
person
thing.
was saying that I think the mom, she was staying with the mom or something, or the mom was visiting and saw it in her drawer. I don't know if the mom is a gynecologist, maybe she's a health professional, and she knew what it was. And she's like, no, you shouldn't use this thing. It's not good for you. So she was like, oh, first of all, she's like, why the hell do you even know what this is? So she was just like, oh, no, this is embarrassing to discuss with my mom. Anyway, so then now one day she was using it and the thing got hooked into her, hooked her IUD. So when she removed it, it yanked it out. I said, holy crap.
Okay.
Yes. So one, I discovered there's like a vagina Q-tip,
Okay.
but two, clearly don't use it if you have an IUD.
Because for female physiology, the IUD when it's put inside,
It's put first of all, I was shocked.
but
It's
there's a
put
little
far in.
string that's left to that, right?
No, nothing comes. There's nothing out. Everything is inside. I guess there's
There's something just outside of the cervix.
that hangs around in the vagina.
Yeah, probably way up.
Way up, but it's
Yes.
way up.
Yes,
You
yes, it's way up.
Yeah. So I was shocked that this thing goes all the way up to hook. I was just like, what?
Yeah.
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 So that part shocked me that it goes all the way up to far enough to hook into the thing and it yanked it out.
What's the name of that Q-tip thing?
I need to find
for science purposes.
For asking for it.
No, I just want to know for science, just in case I come across it.
No
send you the
need
link.
to explain.
I'll send you the link. But then
We are
my
not.
second-
For more information, please comment below.
Yes, we'll send you the link.
Yeah.
And then second thing that caught my eye tied to this thing is I was like, women really support many industries. There's many industries that are kept alive by women.
Yeah.
First of all, Q-tip industries, but also brunch. Brunch is a thing that women do. I've never had dudes say, let's
go
brunch.
for brunch.
No.
That
Brunch
ain't it.
industry kept alive by women.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Tourism.
And if you find guys there, it's we're only going because you want to go.
Yeah.
You don't, men don't feel like, let me go for some.
Do you know what men
Mimosas.
keep alive? Do you know what men keep?
Pubs.
I'm telling you,
Pubs.
the alcohol industry is.
Yeah.
Trust me.
I feel branches, especially the bottomless branches.
Oh, that's for girls.
Yeah, they're for girls. And also that industry sort of learned how to tap into to making sure that women are spending more money on alcohol.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
It felt the same.
Yeah. So brunch, even now when they do drag brunches, so where they have drag queens performing at brunches, that's women's entertainment for sure.
My secret is that I love drag culture.
Oh, yes.
I do love drag culture.
Drag culture has been so impactful. Like the way we beat our faces, this we stole this from drag culture.
I think it's something about the way that somebody exudes confidence outwardly by how they dress, how they do their hair, their makeup, and they're not afraid to be this character. I don't know. That just attracts me.
It's beautiful. It's art. Tourism industry, I think women keep it alive.
Why specifically tourism?
Because I do not know. I know very few dudes who are like the number of, I want to say, you know how they say the trip has made it out of the group chat?
Yeah.
For every 10 trips that are made out of the group chat for women, one maybe is a dude. There's one trip for dudes. Because you'll hear even with our dude friends, they'll have one trip a year or every 2 years.
Yeah.
Versus girls, it's like 15, especially if girls in Europe, the US, and even now in our home countries, women travel a lot.
Yeah.
So whether it's domestic tourism, foreign tourism, women travel a lot. And where women travel, if you're traveling with your partner, 90% of the time, the woman has planned
the trip. I always thought that industry was balanced. And in this way, I've seen, especially because I do love photography, Instagram pages, and I saw most men travel for a reason, and that reason could be for a hobby. So it could be photography, it could be, not just for enjoyment.
Not just business travel is a lot of men.
Yes. Yeah. Business travel, it's very leaned towards men. But I thought travel, even though, as you say, women travel more and they are pushing that industry, I do feel women post more, but it could be actually men travel, but they're not posting their travel.
I don't think this is why I was trying to wonder why, for example, there's Tayo, why they're so big. A lot of their audience is men. And I don't know if it's because men don't travel a lot, but they like to see another dude travel, and there's satisfaction in them watching someone else do it.
Yeah.
Versus for women, even if I see somebody has traveled, like a blogger or whatever, a travel influencer, I'm just curious, the food, does it look like a cool place? It does. Cool, done. I don't need to watch 25 stories or a whole YouTube video. I don't watch. The only time I consume any travel content is because he's watching like Tayo or the other guy. And I was just like, and a lot of dudes follow them. And I'm like, oh, but then I find like dudes, there's some satisfaction in seeing someone has done it and being like, oh, he traveled there, it looks so nice. And that's it. Versus for us, it's just like, oh, let me start researching. Is that a cool place to go? I should explore.
Interesting perspective.
Yeah.
And a lot of with guys, once we go somewhere and it's decent, we'll keep going back.
You're not trying to explore the
there's no
world.
need to try any other places.
Why are we exploring?
There's no need to, I'm sure they are nice places. Yeah, they are definitely nice places. But no, I'd rather then the people get to know you in the hotel that you stay in, and with the way you go in through things, you know what to expect. You know how where the scammers are located, where to avoid.
There's comfort in familiarity.
There's no surprises. You're not out there looking for surprises.
No, not all guys, but I know a lot of. I've got other friends who like to travel.
But maybe we are talking from, and this is it depends. I think we are talking from our own demographics and being an African, probably living in Europe, because I do consume a lot of travel content, but European-based travelers or Americans, and they're mostly men. And the whole industry of remote working before we had COVID was there in terms of what were they called? They had a name. They have a name. Those people who used to travel to Thailand. Oh, what's the name? I'm forgetting.
Nomads.
Digital nomads. It was very leaned towards men doing digital nomad work than it was women. So there was.
But you see, that's for a purpose. That's a work purpose.
No. Digital. So what would happen is, people would want to go live and experience life outside of their country, but they had to look for a way to sort of sustain that lifestyle. So you become a nomad who lives in whatever country, and then you take up these businesses like marketing online, or you do like travel content, or you do graphics and photography. But the original OG digital nomads were actually men.
Yeah, but I don't think I still think the number of women traveling is more than dudes. And I know then there's the digital nomads who are day traders who are scammers. Just if you see a lot of those guys telling you, I'm in Dubai driving Ferraris, like those are scammers. But because even in Kenyan travel, because I follow a lot of it's a lot of women. A lot of women.
I think for me that one I have to sort of separate the two of pre-COVID, after COVID, and also how travel has become popularized. Maybe now there are more women, but it was primarily a very
male-dominated.
Male-dominated.
I don't know. I didn't agree with that
because for digital nomads, that's where all travel was sort of became this how do you call it? It became very fancy. It's the digital nomads who started this.
I don't know.
And they were not specifically going to live flashy lives. They were going, for example, to Portugal, Thailand, and living there. And because there's a lot of content pre-COVID to this. And most of them, like even people who did van life. Well, pre-COVID, I had the whole idea. Let me tell you why I'm very specific about this. Pre-COVID, I wanted to quit work for a year and travel around the world. So I consumed a lot of content of people traveling around the world. And most people did it by van life. So you get a van, you go around the world, country to country if you can. Then digital nomad life. So I looked into that. People would go to Bali. Bali was a hotspot. And where was else? Thailand. And Portugal became popular. And some of these countries actually have come up with visas for people who want to be digital nomads.
Yeah.
But it wasn't something flashy back then. It was more of a lifestyle of, I don't want to be working for the rest of my life. So they were not showing off all fancy stuff. They would go probably live in a hostel, very cheap place, but then put content out, whether it was photography or it was living with locals, stuff like that. So I do feel like they popularized travel. And then just before COVID and after COVID, it became now this fancy thing to do. So we started seeing a lot of content and people were like, oh, actually, I could travel. So now women, we are good with traveling, and putting groups together. And now people started becoming more like, if I travel, I put out my content out as well. So I think it's this is my it depends.
Yeah.
Because the pre-COVID and post-COVID is a very different demographic. Yes.
Yeah. So I think this could be a result of the side of the internet people live on. The reason why that will be a lot, adventurous traveling will be a dude's game.
Yeah.
Because of safety. So getting into a van and driving, that's, unless somebody has done it before and people are like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I can drive through Switzerland, it's very safe. Germany, but to just be like, oh, I'm getting a van and driving from Sudan to, like, I know a lot of guys who've done Kenya to South Africa.
Yeah.
They were dudes.
Yeah.
Right? And the chicks I know who've done it did it as part of where you have some form of safety by having men as part of it. So certain kinds of travel were meant because of a safety thing. But just general travel, even before it was put online, when we're living in Ireland, even the guys who we knew were always like, you guys travel so much, right? Or they'll say, chicks here travel so much. And I tell them, do you know how cheap it is to travel? But they had not just looked into it. It was the assumption of, if you live in East Africa, traveling is expensive. So if you move from an African country to Europe, unless you start digging into it, there's a period where you're also just watching people travel and thinking, man, how much are these guys earning? Because you're assuming it's the same cost of travel as it was back home. But then here you find that, oh yeah, you can get tickets for $20.
Yeah.
If it's a flash sale, there used to be the one with Ryanair where it's like $5. You buy tickets. So you just buy them. You might not use them, but you just buy $5 tickets, right? But it's like once it opens your eyes, you're like, oh, whoa, it's actually way cheap to travel. But then in Ireland, like just before even I started traveling, at work, most people I knew were female travelers and traveling like just to explore, etc. And then that's kind of made me like, oh, let me dip my toe into, let me explore and try. But it's and the dudes was mostly like, it's in Ireland, it was really big to do stag, they were called stag trips.
Yeah, stag.
Yeah, stag do's were the ones I used to know. If guys are traveling, I'd be like, do you have a stag? They're like, yep, there's a stag do. That was big. But like for exploration, I knew mostly women. Yeah.
It could be the side of the internet.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe because I was consuming a lot of content about traveling the world, and that is when we were in Ireland. Most of my algorithm was mainly men traveling. And they were creating more of this content, and they were selling some of the digital content. Online.
Yeah.
But coming back to the safety parts as well. Van life. There are very few people I know who've done van life. I do know personally a friend of mine who did travel around Europe, I think for a year in a van. But yeah, I don't see, there are other people who've done a bit of travel here and there. But if you ask me, this has changed in the last couple of years. If I was to say.
More industries.
Yeah. Yes.
Hair, makeup.
Definitely.
Female.
Clothes.
Fashion. You know, I was watching the other day to see how the revenue for Shein, I said, oh my God. Shein showed up how many? A year, 2 years ago? I think they're the highest revenue earners now in the fashion space.
Yeah.
People like H&M are changing their market strategy.
Yeah.
Timu has come the other day.
Yeah.
Temu, depends on where you're coming from. That one's now like whitewashing the rest. Like it's insane. The amount of disposable income women spend on fashion is insane. Insane.
Is it the same for men? Like, do men spend a lot on fashion?
No. If we do, we are very specific on what we want. The thing about even the way I shop is that, well, a lot of guys, it just depends what kind of person you are. If you find one nice T-shirt, I'll get it in all the colors.
I should start doing that.
One pair of jeans, I'll get all the colors.
Yeah.
Shoes, not so much. Don't do that with shoes. But it's not something that, if you feel like you're lacking on something, I'll just go and buy some T-shirts and that's it. So it's not like I'll be looking for a certain style or no.
Yeah.
No. But there are other guys who are really into fashion. I know a lot of friends of mine who are into putting certain looks together and no, that's not me. But a lot of guys are like me as well. I don't want to have to think, if something works, I'll wear that until it doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's also like now when you talk about men and women, for a man, when you think about, it is either a T-shirt, a shirt, a jacket, a polo, whatever cut. You're not having barebacks. You're not having
raffles
over here. You're not
raffles. Then it's cutouts.
No. It's not
well, there are some guys who,
and then it's what do you call it? Your waist is cinched, and then it's pockets.
No.
And then it's peplum. God, remember peplum had a chokehold on me way back in the day.
No, that's
yeah, it's true. It's a t-shirt. It's a crew neck. It's a polo.
Yeah.
T-shirt, polo, shirt. And there's one more I'm missing. Yeah, I think it's 3 then.
This turtleneck.
Turtleneck.
Yeah, turtleneck.
Yeah. Turtleneck, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Those are all of them. Get those in all colors. Like Steve Harvey said.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
then you're
he
happy
did
out.
that. Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Then either you just have like a khaki pants,
Yeah. And then you just swap them around.
denim, that's it. And it's like a formal shoe and a sneaker and...
It is so
That's it.
easy.
That's it. Keep a fresh pair of kicks that you wear on your special occasions. The rest you just swap between your regular ones day to day. It's not where I'm going to look through a closet and I'm finding. Well, I've got a few shoes actually. So a lot of the guys won't have that many shoes. They just have a couple and that's it.
Yeah, we spend...
So the industry has realized women want everything fancy and,
and it's seasonal. And now
Yeah.
it's the way we are influenced to now like think about fashion.
Yeah.
Is you have, okay, summer is coming. It's like a whole new summer look. And it's not the look from last year. Because then this next summer, peaches and pastels are in, and florals. And it's cutouts, but with raffles. So your last year wardrobe doesn't make sense. So you get a fresh one, but you're getting fast fashion. So it will only survive for that summer. After 2 washes, it was a dress. Now it's a crop top. So forget that. Then now fall is coming in. The new colors for fall are burgundies and wine and fuchsia. But then it's flat boots and it's not skinny jeans anymore. It's flare jeans. So whatever you had last year doesn't work.
Yeah.
Now you go. It's so funny because I think there are times when you travel around the world, and in specific countries, and it's just like you're like, which country am I in? Because we all look the same now. We're all dressing the same. Now it's like, oh, now we don't want loud colors. Now it's like quiet luxury fashion. So even the Sheins are doing quiet luxury fashion.
It's called old money.
Oh my God.
Old money.
Because the day I was on Instagram and I'm like, all the influence, like everyone is telling you the same thing.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, they've really capitalized on that. And people spend a lot of money. But did you hear about the scandal with some of the online shops that people buy stuff from? I think this was in the UK, where you would go to a shop, find maybe, let's say, a skirt or a dress, and you pay probably £300 or 250, and then you look at the label.
It's Shein.
It's Shein. Because it's made from the same.
That is what I would do.
It's made from the same.
I literally would buy Shein clothes, cut out the labels, and have a fancy store here. And I'd say, like, why not?
Yeah.
Why would you spend money?
There was a thingy that I saw on TikTok where Zara was complaining about, was it Zara or some other brand name, a high street brand name, that people were now only coming into stores to try on stuff. And then they buy it on the internet for delivery.
In another place or the same?
No, not
same.
even from the same.
Oh, no. Not from the same.
No. So they just want to size themselves.
They want to see and also know the look.
Yes, see the look and because they've seen it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Then now they're just going home to order. Nobody's buying in the shop. So you find stacks in the changing rooms, but the till is quiet.
I have seen I've seen on TikTok actually people who do fashion hauls and influencing on fashion, talking about if you go to Shein and you want to shop clothes that are exactly the same as Zara, there's certain shops within Shein that stocks Zara's designs.
There you go.
So
Exactly.
dupes.
Yes, dupes from
So Zara, so basically Zara sizing, Zara looks,
everything.
but
Zara,
Shein prices.
But Shein prices, yeah. So I understand now what you mean, like people just walking into a shop to try just to see if it fits them.
You look in the mirror, think, wow, I look thoughtful. Demure.
Don't say it. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, we overused that one.
Oh my God. Wow. But it's ironic because I think 2 or 3 years ago, Zara was, there was she was a fashion designer. I think was she a black chick? Who had like a cult following online, like for her fashion. And they started noticing Zara was copying her styles. So she like posted, was like, yo, you guys, I'm noticing this thing. And then started noticing more and more, Zara was now people who, once she mentioned it, people who were following her also started like paying attention, and they would come and post and say, like, yo, this thing you had put out for this collection, Zara now has it. And she talked about like she did an article, etc. Then other small brand designers also came and said, yeah, the same thing is happening to us. And they were talking about it, but they couldn't, because Zara is so big.
Yeah.
All they could do is like write a big article, like an article in like Vogue or whatever. But they said they couldn't take them to court because that will take so much money to fight a big company like Zara. But they were just blatantly just like stealing their designs and stuff. Now, if it's happened to them with Shein.
Yeah. It's coming to bite them.
Yeah.
It's a dog world.
Yeah.
It is a dog world, yeah.
One industry women haven't supported
Which one?
is the tech industry.
Is it?
I've never walked into a store, especially a tech store, a serious tech store. Like
Why did you have to say serious tech store?
like,
Is it unserious tech store?
yeah,
What
like-
is an unserious tech store?
Where they're selling phones.
where they're selling phones, and phone cases, and that's where they'll catch you. But for the tech
Wow, did
industry,
you
I
say
think-
phone cases?
yeah,
It's not even
So
the technology
no,
That's
itself.
not even a tech store.
It's a dress for your phone.
That's from Shein. That's fashion.
You can actually, it's fast fashion for phones.
yeah, fast fashion for phones.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one industry where I don't see a lot of women who, if you go into media market, it's just filled with guys who are trying to see, okay, is this 8K TV worth? Because you guys don't care about what an 8K
No.
or 4K is.
We do.
At
We
least I know
do.
you guys do. But a lot of women don't.
But let me tell you my experience with a customer walks in, there's already some unconscious bias.
They size you up.
Yeah, they'll size you up.
No, 100%.
Yeah,
down.
so if you're a man, of course they will come and ask you.
Yeah, because
what
you'll
you
explain to them and then
want.
they'll be interested. Oh, yeah.
I have walked in Media Markt trying to look for a printer, toner for my printer. And I remember walking round and round and round, and nobody even asked me if I'm okay.
Because they thought you're looking for a phone case.
I'm looking for a dress for my phone.
A
But I walked
charger.
around.
Charger is the
And eventually I found it, yeah. But there was a person next to me, a guy who was also like looking a bit confused. But they got approached by the salesperson, you know?
What I'm hearing is there's a gap in the market.
Yes.
I think we should have a tech store for women.
if you want to
Because
see
this
someone.
is what I don't like about tech stores.
Yeah.
And I had gone into one, we were buying our friend a Kindle, the one that also takes notes,
A remarkable book. Or what?
but the Kindle version. So it's a
okay.
Kindle app,
Yeah,
Kindle reader,
yeah.
but also has the notebook piece of it. So I was thinking of ordering online, but then Digitech website had shown that in the store you can collect same day. So I went to the store and clearly already done the research, right? So I've spent time, done research, etc. And I'm like, I know what version I want and the reasons I want it for, etc. But when you go in, they assume you're dumb. So I'm like, oh yeah, I want to get the blah, blah, blah. And the guy's like, okay. Then he's like, have you seen and he's taking me around. I'm like, no, I just came to get,
I know
I
what
just
I
want to
want.
order and now starts throwing jargon at me. But he's like, yeah, well, this has the blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, I left and I still ordered it online.
Yeah.
For collection in the same store. But I think he did his own one to collect it. But I'm like, I already know what I'm coming to buy. Fine, maybe you have sales targets, but I didn't like the assumption that I don't know what I want. You're not sure. He's like, but have you? And then now he's trying to sell me an iPad.
Yeah, they have sales targets, and also they're thinking they're looking at you as a woman, and
she's like,
she wants an iPad.
Yeah,
she's
I'm sure
an
she
iPad
wants
girly.
an iPad, because I was just like trying to explain, no, it's for reading, but also should have the note taking functionality, etc. And they're thinking, no, an iPad is what you need, and I'm just like, dude.
There is a need to fill that gap, actually.
Yeah.
I honestly, I'm a person in tech, but if I walk to an electronics store, I do feel intimidated.
Yeah. I think we should have a store for chicks.
But what would be different?
We will have chicks. We'll be wearing pink and we'll have nails. And be like, girl, what you looking for? Whether you're looking for a phone case or whatever. No, but you certainly don't feel like someone is looking at you like, and then are you daft?
When they're explaining to you the 4K and 8K, they're like, you see that color dot? Imagine you multiply many, all the way.
You can see pimples, you can see pores, honey.
You know your makeup when you set that powder.
Yes.
When you're watching those YouTube videos.
That's how I want someone to sell me a phone. They're like, do you like taking selfies? This is the phone for you. Don't tell me about it has 98 GB, 45 clarity, or whatever. It's like, does it take good Instagram videos in the club?
Yeah.
Yes, that's the phone I want. Don't tell me about RAM, memory, and
So you agree that the tech industry don't have women to thank for?
There's a gap to fill.
There's a gap. Imagine if they're actually selling to women. How big would that industry be?
Because let me tell you what, now when you say this, we are probably the one who are buying the latest gadgets, because if we walk into a store, you're already trying to sell us the biggest and the best.
Yeah, that's
so
true,
we end up just spending the money because you've made us feel like this is the only to meet your sales target. So of course you approach the women and they're like, okay, they know what they're doing. So we are supporting it.
Okay.
Forcefully.
Quick side one. Will you be upgrading?
No, I will not be upgrading.
Oh, this is like a question for the
Apple
iPhone people.
You won't.
What did they change?
So the phone has
they made it.
It's got
was
AI.
it 25 megapixel Apple Intelligence?
Apple AI.
God. So they removed one camera. So now it has two cameras, and then they added an action button, which was not there before.
What's an action button?
It's like a button you press for
taking photos.
taking photos.
So there's one more button.
Yeah.
But
can
it's a
we
smart
talk about
button,
this scam that is what's smart about it?
Because you can hard press it and soft press it for it to do different things. So if you hard press it, you can then focus and change the thing you're using. I think it's kind of smart.
And
it was
you
actually
can
on the Sony.
Yeah.
You remember the Sony cameras back in the day?
Yeah.
That's what started it, because you could, if you hard press and you slide your finger.
Do you just hear that?
Yeah.
It was from what?
Sony.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
And you're like getting it now. Wow. Come on, Apple.
This is an Android
Good
person
job.
talking.
I just bought my phone this year.
job.
I'm not upgrading.
No.
Unless this one conks out. I am a very basic phone user, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's another industry
know
that
you've
dudes are
moved.
supporting.
I know you've moved away from Apple.
I know that was clickbait.
Oh,
I took a
it?
great photo and I needed something to say. I needed
It was
something to say
clickbaiting.
at the bottom of the. You never do that. Everyone does that. Where you.
Not everyone does that.
Lies too.
No.
You're
That
clickbaiting
was
your friends.
clickbait. Did you see the interaction at the bottom of the
saw.
Yeah, it was awesome. Awesome. Unbelievable. And everyone is like, so you're leaving Apple and you're leaving Apple. And then I was like, just guys, I'm just not happy until things change. But I'm going to get it.
For those who don't follow DJ on socials, check out at DJ Tando.
He's lying. It was his last photo on that phone. Until he gets a new phone.
Let's bring back the days when internet was just fun.
Yeah.
Why are you taking it seriously? Why do you even care?
Yeah.
Why do you have to take it seriously? If I say a disrespectful joke towards white people, I mean it as a joke. Will you take it? You won't take it seriously because you know it's just that. People have taken the internet way too seriously. Literal.
But isn't it?
I don't care about what I post. Really don't.
Really?
Don't ever believe anything that I post.
You know, now I'm shocked.
Yeah, don't believe anything that I post. I'm going to post a Lamborghini. You know that Lamborghini with that? Yeah. I know the guy now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to post inside it here. There's one that's parked downstairs.
Oh.
Yeah. So this guy, I'm going to sit in his Lamborghini and post it like it's mine. Clickbait. Let's have fun. I mean,
You know, now
That was not what the internet was before.
it was fun.
No, it was fun, but it was honest fun. Or am I the one who thought it was honest fun?
No.
I thought it was honest fun. Like back in the days, this is how old I am. I had a MySpace account. And
Hey.
I remember today I woke up in the morning and I was like, I
Try and log
logged
in.
out of my Space account and I never knew I would never log in again. Like I felt a bit of sadness, yeah?
That's me and my Facebook account, which Facebook has refused to let me log back in. But here we are.
Like they killed MySpace.
Yeah.
I think that was the fun days, you know? Like the
High
fun days
five.
where, you could customize, you know? Yes, you posted a few things, but internet was fun. You could build stuff. You could customize.
Yeah.
You could say what you're doing.
Yeah, have
That
fun. It's a toy.
It was honest fun, I
yeah,
think.
now it's become too much.
It's a toy.
Now I know there's drama of, which I guess, again, I'm showing my age. There's your in a relationship, then there's your Insta official.
Yeah.
I know people who are having huge issues with their partners because you don't post me. I'm like, how did we get here?
Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about.
I know when it changed.
In the real world, isn't the person with you every day? In the real world.
And they're telling you and showing you
Yeah.
that they care for you in your face. And then you want some, just to tell these other bitches that listen. It's
I think,
me.
Amen.
Yeah, but I think what happened is I sort of have a feeling I know where it changed. Back in the days, we were able to separate internet and real life.
And real life.
Ah, yes.
That's
That
true.
is it.
But at some point when Facebook introduced in a relationship, it's complicated, married, and
Let
all
me tell
that.
you how many.
That was the...
I was
Yes,
one of
thing.
those idiots who I went and put, hey, let me tell you what I did. I put in a complicated relationship with, and I tagged the person because I was tired of them not claiming me in public. I was one of those.
Fun times.
Let me tell you. And I think that's a point. Actually, that's when I stopped using Facebook. I said, no, this has gone too far.
And don't forget, back in the days with Facebook, oh my God, I've seen the transition of internet and privacy. Back in the days, there was no form of like acknowledging, like the privacy wasn't there. If I tagged you, it showed up on your feed.
Yeah.
It showed up on your feed.
I didn't have to approve anything.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
yes.
true.
There
Oh my
was no
God.
there
That's
was,
true.
Yes, there was no approval mechanisms in place. So you could be implicated in something that was not necessarily you.
But
of
you've
course,
been
things
tagged.
have changed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But imagine how much.
Maybe
how
that's
bad
how
it
they
was.
changed. That's how they changed.
Because now you have to approve when somebody posts something on your wall
Yeah.
before you didn't need to.
Yeah,
There's
and
this,
I find it's a big problem because back then you could, at least now you don't have to do it, but there are now groups where someone can take a photo of you on the street and accuse you of something like pedophilia.
Yeah.
When you're
Yeah.
that is destroying.
that's
a lot
still
of
an
people's
issue
lives.
because that's happening on WhatsApp.
And
groups.
there's no legislation to
Yeah.
help this sort of thing. So let's say you're accused of something like that, and then it's definitely not. I wasn't even in the country.
Yeah.
But your face is
It's already
there.
out there. And then
And
it's on you to now clear your own name.
And
But-
companies will not wait for, because here we are here to make money.
yeah.
If you jeopardize our main main way of life in this company, definitely you're gone, whether you did it or not. So they don't wait for someone to come and prove you innocent or something. If you're innocent after, they will say, sorry about that. But still, that image is still on the internet.
Yeah.
So this company cannot accept that sort of thing.
Are you talking about AI generated images of you?
No.
Or you just
a physical photo of you.
Someone can grab your picture and go post. I've seen this happen in Ireland, right?
Yeah.
And went and posted on like WhatsApp groups, like, Cara is a pedophile.
Yeah.
This is her picture. If you see her, blah, blah, blah.
So false
be careful.
accusations.
Yeah.
Yes. So by the time you are finding out, you're like, wait, no, I was not even in the country. You're cleared. The case is cleared. But this story has circulated in many WhatsApp groups, and now it's like on Facebook forums, etc. So now
And
when
your boss
somebody
gets hold of it.
when somebody searches for you on the internet, just on Google search, these things come up.
Yeah.
But then now you're like, no, I was clear. This was a false allegation. Yes, maybe now on Google search there's a way you can do takedowns.
Yeah.
But then how do you scrap WhatsApp groups? People already share their content in different places.
There's no way of scrapping that.
Yeah.
And something that I learned a while ago was, I don't know if this has changed, is that most probably EU is very protected about your data and privacy, so you can request your data to be taken off by search engines, but not when you're in Africa or Kenya. We have no regulations that force people to take down content from websites.
Wow.
Yeah.
This
That's
is
crazy.
why your systems and structures are important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is crazy. So as soon as you upload the photo, it belongs to someone else for good. If you're in Africa anyway. If you decide not to be on that platform anymore, it doesn't matter that,
And if you think about even the way the EU rules are so stringent, I think we're discussing this the other day. I was just like, this scares me so much, is the amount of child pornography that pops out. And people think of child pornography, they think of, some grown man is recruiting young girls into like shooting porn videos. No. Child pornography could just be, which is happening a lot, 16-year-olds, 14-year-olds in a high school having sex. They have phones now. They've recorded themselves. If that content, that is child pornography. The two of them are consenting, but even if they're underage. But those things are making their way into adult WhatsApp groups. That is child pornography. And people just share and share and share. That's child pornography.
I think most people don't know that.
And I was saying,
thinking it
and this, I was telling someone this.
Yeah.
If you're on these massive WhatsApp groups that all manner of stuff flows in and out, if your phone is such that, you know how you can have on your phone that your images are backed up from your WhatsApp, whatever, you need to be very careful. I, by default, have WhatsApp groups that I don't back up anything. I have to approve, yes, this you can back up on my drive. Because if you are caught, somebody picks up your phone or the government is like, give us your phone, and they go in and find you didn't save the video, maybe you didn't even see it come into the WhatsApp group, and it has backed up in your drive, you will be implicated in a child pornography ring. People always think these things are like, how can that person? No, these things happen. Think about where your data is stored. What kind of data is stored? It's insane. And at least here there's some rules.
Yeah.
I think about in our home country, the amount of insane stuff I see just on Twitter of school children. And I'm just like, how are we? Who thought I came across this thing on my WhatsApp group? Let me post it on X. And the whole grown-up people are commenting on children. Blows my mind.
You know what's become even worse? Some of these have moved away from X and other platforms. They're now in Telegram. Because Telegram is sort of closed off.
Is more secure.
More secure. But the things being shared in Telegram, oh my gosh, because I don't think there's a way they flag some of this in when they go into Telegram, or maybe the rules are not that stringent. So you will find something on X, but the person is saying, click here to join our Telegram
yes,
channel.
I've seen that.
Yes.
To see content.
To see full content.
Yes.
And I need to research like how, like, if you join a Telegram account, are you, or a channel, is your name associated? Because I imagine when some of these things blow up and you probably just joined a channel because you were curious, like if something was happening there, like you're implicating yourself in whatever. Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And think about even Airbnb, which is so funny. You know, Airbnb has been having cases because people have been putting cameras.
Yeah.
And so you have no clue, like you've seen this content, how people now, if you're staying somewhere, you have to go with scanners to scan that the place doesn't have cameras. Yes. So people are taking Airbnb to task in terms of this is by Airbnb's response here has been, once you approve terms and conditions when you book a room through our platform, that ain't on us. But it's a big issue. But what's interesting is I've noticed Airbnb are now, if you've noticed, they're using very heavyweight celebrities.
Or to advertise.
To push Airbnb. Because there's this shit that's happening in court because of people. Yes, because people now are taking Airbnb to task because of they've gone on holiday. They're a couple. Turns out so now they have, someone was recording them having sex and it's now out there.
Oh, man.
Or it's being used as a way to like blackmail you or whatever. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, man. That's...
Yeah. And something else that really made me really question the world we live in. Facebook owns their WhatsApps, all these different things, right? And a lot of this content is also flowing on Facebook, on all these different platforms. And an expert was talking, I think I was listening, it was on Trevor Noah's podcast. She was saying, isn't it interesting how these companies have pushed the onus to people? So if you're a parent now, they send you, this is how you can keep your child secure on our platforms. They've pushed the onus to the parents. And parents are here busy trying to figure out, okay, how do we curb blah, 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 blah. But when you come in as an advertiser, Facebook can tell you who do you want to advertise to a 21-year-old in this village, in this country, the way that ad can target down to even what you search. So meaning they can actually curb this thing.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yes. But when you're coming in as an when you're coming in as an advertiser, because they can, who do you want to target?
We can give you to the very bottom of the...
We can even almost tell you they wake up at 2 a.m., throw that ad to them at 2 a.m. But just basic protection online. They're like, you're a parent, here's a handbook. Here's how you do it.
They shouldn't be handing this over to parents to be the guardians of... there should be steps, The guardianship should start with the platform itself. Maybe to the very basic level, it is for a parent to decide what time the child watches is on the device or not. Not necessarily policing the content that is there.
But even on the child, and here's the thing. Because I was thinking, I think we discussed this before. Why can't just kids not have access to anything until they're 18?
Yeah.
Just if we say there's an age that you think you're responsible enough to drink, to have sex or consent or whatever, why can't we just make that the same age for the internet
maybe
and devices? Why can't we just
there's too much money to be made.
Because there's money. Because even when you give your child a device with YouTube Kids, they are still collecting content about that child.
Yeah. And even marketing-wise, even content-wise, a lot of content comes from people within that demographic, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's a large... If you take away a small piece of those people, that's a lot of content just disappearing.
But you were saying 16.
Good content.
Why can't we then say they should get devices at that age?
At 16.
Yes. Kids are getting... my nieces have a tab.
Yeah.
Kids are being babysat by tablets, by devices, no? That's why you have YouTube Kids is for whatever age, 0 to whatever. And because parents don't want the kids to have their phone, because their fingers are sticky, you don't know what they're touching, whatever. They have their own little device that has YouTube Kids. And then, yes, if you're a very involved parent, you also watch to see what does this Miss Rachel say. You watch throughout.
Have you ever stopped
to make sure
to watch something like Coco Lemon or
Coco Melon. I did, and
what is
What
it?
is Coco Melon? It's a good
Coco
question.
Melon.
Because for you to trust, to put your full faith in something that's having an impact on your child, and throwing these images at it, what are they saying? What's the idea? Gibberish, is it? It's a whole lot of nothing.
Coco Melon. It has no conversation. It has no, I think it's just music doing little things. And there was some research done by some parents, actually. I followed this a couple of years ago, like 1.5 years ago. And it turned out, because some of this content, the kids are not stimulated to talk. Even the ones who had started talking became a bit regressive.
Ooh.
So parents started sort of curbing that content to kids, because the kids will be very hooked to this, but they are not their faculties that need to grow at that stage. There are some that are getting regressed. So like speech, because there's no speech, they're not trying to mouth
Mimic
words
and
and mimic. So that's why Miss Rachel actually became very popular.
Because kids can see her mouth and can be like,
and she's saying hello,
Oh, there's a video online. You should see a compilation video of kids responding to the moment she says hello. Like kids are like, ha.
Yeah.
I was like, that is insane.
I also saw one bad one of that Coco Lemon. Is it melon? Or Coco? Yeah, that one.
Can make a lemon
of the
one.
withdrawals from watching that.
Yeah.
So when they told the kid no, oh my God. Say no, Coco Lemon or whatever.
So we are building addictive personalities in kids from really
That's why I'm interested in knowing what's on it.
You watch it.
I'm going to watch it. It'll come up here, will it? Okay. I'm going to watch it and come back and report back next week.
Okay. All right, folks. We were just yammering.
Yes. This was a compilation
of a lot of ranting. I'm not even done rant. Wait, I have to rant about one more thing.
Yeah.
This is a very random rant. But this came across somewhere. And I was like, why do couples say we are pregnant?
Because it's both of you.
No.
One gave the other, and the one is
We
carrying.
made a child. We made a baby. Yes. We are not pregnant. The one with that is growing the fetus, that one is pregnant. We are not pregnant.
You can hold that for the next episode. Please tune in, like, subscribe, and follow us.
Are we pregnant?
On all
Or
socials.
I am pregnant. We are pregnant.
See ya.
Yeah. At least we have content now for the next.